Hi everyone, this is Abhinav from PhoneBench and welcome to our review of the Moto G 3rd generation. Now if it's your first time over here, I would recommend that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now the new Moto G comes with Snapdragon 410 quad-core processor. You have 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage on this variant. You can expand that with a micro SD card. You have a 5-inch HD IPS display clad in Corning Gorilla Glass 3. You have a 13 megapixel rear camera over here and you have a 5 megapixel front facing camera. And the cherry on the top is the IPX7 water resistance on this device. So you can soak this in water for up to 30 minutes, 3 feet deep, and it won't get damaged. You have a 2470 mAh non-removable battery over here as well. But before we talk about anything else, let's have a look at the build of the device. On the right, you have the power lock and unlock button as well as the volume rocker here. The power button is slightly textured so that you can easily find it. And these buttons provide good tactile response. They aren't that mushy, and you can see this sort of rounded back and the sides, which actually make the phone fit better in your palms. At the top, you find the 3.5mm audio jack, secondary noise cancellation mic, which actually does work out quite fine, especially during calls. There's nothing on the left. This one, although is made entirely out of plastic, these are good quality plastics which do feel good to hold. At the bottom, you have the micro USB data syncing and charging port and a space to open the back cover. Moving to the back, you have a 13 megapixel camera right there, same sensor as the Nexus 6, and you have the dual tone LED flash and the classic Motorola dimple. The back has a very nice rib texture which makes it very easily grippable. It feels good to hold moreover, and you can see that the back cover is slightly raised over the camera module, so your camera never comes in contact with any flat surface. Now coming to the insides, you have a 2470 mAh battery right there, and you have these enclosures so that no water goes into the SIM card slots and the micro SD card slot. Even in itself, the back cover is very sturdy, doesn't bend or flex easily. Now you have 2 micro SIM card slots. Each one can either take a 4G, 3G or 2G SIM with data capabilities, and you have a micro SD card slot which can take up to 32 gigs of storage. Now for the water resistance feature to work, you have to have all the locks, especially the locks at the side of the camera module, closed shut tight. Now coming to the front, the side panel is slightly raised again so that even if your phone falls flat on the ground, the display won't break. You have your earpiece right up top as well, a 5 megapixel front facing camera here which actually performs quite good. You have a proximity and light sensors as well. There's no physical notification LED, and you have on-screen buttons. There's a single speaker on the device at the bottom right there, no stereo speakers, and you have a 5-inch HD IPS display. Now the viewing angles are decent over here. I do see a little bit of brightness shifting, but still this is a very good display. You don't see any major color distortion or color shifting here. Yes, the color reproduction is slightly towards the warmer side on this one, but still it's quite sharp, it's legible under direct sunlight. And the front panel actually is not that much reflective. And you do have active display available over here, which was introduced with the Moto X, so that there is no actually need for a physical notification LED. All notifications come directly on the display itself. It lights up. We didn't have any major issues with network or call quality. The earpiece as well as the speakerphone are very loud and clear. There's no additional distortion or echo during calls as well. Network connectivity is superb even on 4G. Wi-Fi hotspot, Bluetooth as well as USB tethering worked fine. Now I generally keep location settings to battery saving other than when I am traveling. And coming to that point, GPS also works great on the device. Now as I've already told you, have a 13 megapixel rear camera, noise cancellation is also available over here, and you have a 5 megapixel front facing camera. You can quickly open up the camera app by just double twisting your wrist. Now the camera interface is pretty bare bones. You can move around the focus ring, you can manually adjust exposure as well. Shutter speed is actually pretty good over here. Now even the front facing camera takes very decent images. Actually it's better than the Galaxy J5 in this aspect. And overall also I like this camera more than the Galaxy J5. We have a separate camera review with lots of images and a comparison with the J5. I would recommend you take a look at that. Images generally turn out quite well, especially when you have good amount of lighting. Macro shots also turn out good, but yes, it does take a little bit of time to focus in during macro shots. Low light images have quite a lot of noise, but the flash definitely helps there as well. You can have a look at these images. But yes, there is a bit of noise there. Again, have a look at the camera review. These are the headphones that you get within the box. They have an inline microphone and a button to end and receive calls. These do sound alright. You have the familiar Play Music app available over here. There is an equalizer built in. Now, audio quality is simply superb on this device, whether it's through the speaker or from the 3.5mm audio jack. The front-facing speaker is decently loud as well. FM radio is also supported over here and it finds channels quickly. Video playback is again smooth. I tried out MKV, MP4, 3GP file formats, all worked out well without any ghosting or lag whatsoever. Now this is being played over YouTube and you can see this is the Redmi 2 Prime unboxing, which is made in India and actually works out well there too. We are playing in 720p. Now another great thing about the Moto G3 is the software experience. No bloatware over here, just essential Google apps, stock Android 5.1.1 Lollipop right out of the box. So the performance is simply superb on this device. It's brilliantly smooth. You won't believe that you are using a device that just costs around 13,000 bucks. It performs like a flagship device when it comes to software. Here are your quick toggles. Sadly, you can't customize them. Again, it's stock Android. Moreover, user accounts are not available over here. Something that actually I didn't miss, but it's a feature that is present in Lollipop but not on the Moto G3. You have priority interruptions available over here and screen pinning is available over here as well. Now if we get into settings, I'll just show you. Let's get into about. We are running Android 5.1.1, the latest, and given Motorola's reputation of Android updates, this will get future updates as well. Now you have more than 11 odd gigs of storage available out of that 16 gig. I have many apps and games installed over here. USB OTG is also supported, so you can see that it has been mounted and I'll play a 1080p video for you right from the USB disc. And you can see that it's playing flawlessly, again no stutter, and the front facing speaker is plenty loud, it's clear and it's not tinny. And all through this review we have been opening several apps. There are actually many apps open in the background and you can see we still have more than 1 gig of RAM free. Now apps are movable to the external SD card, but app data like OBB game files can't be moved. Now there is the Moto app, a great addition to Android. So you can customize various profiles like sleeping so that you don't get any notifications or during meetings. You can chop twice to turn the flash on, chop twice again to turn it off without even unlocking or opening your phone. And you can double twist your wrist to open up the camera app really quickly. These are really great additions and add a lot more usability to the device. You have active display, which I've already showed to you as well. Coming to web browsing, again it was a very smooth experience. I tried out several websites, there are no compatibility issues, no glitches anywhere. Web browsing is smooth, as is pinch to zoom, text and images render very quickly too. Even apps open up very quickly, multitasking is a breeze on this device. No matter how many apps you have open in the background, you can switch between them very quickly and they are not killed very easily, as you can see in the case of Chrome, which we opened last time. Gaming is also superb on this device. I didn't notice any major lag with all the high-end games that we had tried on the device. Even the Galaxy J5 does perform quite well in terms of gaming, but then again you get more storage over here. The speakerphone again is plenty loud and it is located in the front and it can't be muffled that easily, so great bonus there. Now I've been saving the best for the last. The battery life on the Moto G is simply superb. You can easily get more than 1.5 days of usage with this phone, and the standby time is even better than that. Now even through all my testing, I got more than 5 hours of screen on time. That's average. So it's even better than the flagship devices out there. Well folks, that was a full review of the Moto G 3rd generation. It looks great, it performs brilliantly, it has excellent build quality, the battery life is simply superb over here. And for Rs 13,000, you really can't get a better device. Great in terms of usability, and even if you talk about benchmarks, it scored more than 16,000 on Quadrant, more than 24,000 on Antutu. But that's not all. Real world usage, in-hand feel, opening up apps, multitasking, switching between apps, everything works great on this device. And that's why I think the Moto G 3rd generation is the pick of the lot when you consider phones that are available within Rs 15,000 price bracket. We'll have more videos coming soon and a comparison with the Galaxy J5 if you are considering that. Stay tuned to Phone Bunch. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button to get these videos and you don't miss out. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, hit us in the comments section. And as always, have a great day.